to qualify to the grand finals. Top 6 will go to Jakarta. Hopefully they are one of this. Right now, moving into round number 4, we are going into Kalahari.
Yeah, from the east to the west goes that plane. So, and you can see, that high tier loot zone was already quite early on taken by anxiety here, and no one else seems to want to try to fight them in that specific area right now in the compound. So, we're already seeing Team Flash hot dropping Evo's Divine right now. They're looking for those kills early on this game, and in fact, they've already caught first blood, and Abax is kind of caught out on the upper side now. Evo's forcing Yanbin to bring out his time turner now to try to hold off this pressure. He's not going to be able to hold him off for too long, though, as the shotgun comes into play right now, and the close quarter battles works out here for Flash as they take out the entirety of Evo's Divine.
No, this is it. They break the record. They have been the only team that always been the knockdown, the first one, the first blood to be taken out into the lobby. But turns out they break the curse, finally managed to do what they needed to do, be the first engagement and get that first blood. Great done by the Team Flash. Moving along to the VGM, they are now closing into the side of King of Gamers. Now, King of Gamers, they have been doing well last night. Tonight, they need to figure out what momentum they want to go in. So far, we have Binzu just closing off, holding on. They're trying to hear the steps to see if the King of Gamers is getting closer and who will actually push the button first to fight.
Yeah, the thing is, the King of Gamers is taking this very slow and steady right now because I don't think they have a lot of information about where exactly VGM is positioned. And given that, VGM is already set up in confinement here, they have plenty of angles to try to play with. So King of Gamers has to be very careful and very methodical about where they advance and how they advance. Oscar is going to be taking one for the team, though, by going on the outside. So taking a bit of risk, but he needs to get the information right now about where VGM's position is. Speaking of which, though, Anxiety now facing a bit of pressure here because we've got a member of another squad coming in, and speaking of coming in, KOG just going ahead and storming into confinement now, trying to flush out the others of VGM. Boytes around the outside, trying to hide to find an angle here, while Oscar continues to scan inside. Looks like, he has already found one on the outside, though. King of Gamers now going to have to respond rapidly here as Boytes already taken down one. Now he's blocking the battle with JLX77. He is trying to play ring around Rosie here. Now the glue walls are forced out. Boytes is going to try to fight it out on the other end here while JLX tries to backdoor him, but King of Gamers having completely surrounded. They haven't quite got the knockdown yet, but now forcing the issue going into the house there. King of Gamers unfortunately take too much damage as VGM counter pushes them inside the house, and an easy loot for them.
Wrong move. They shouldn't hide. They shouldn't go into the building. That was a trap. That was literally a bait for VGM. They wanted to corner them out in there and just literally fish them out. Like, that was amazing. But on the other hand, oh my god, King Gamers, they already had that positioning, but unfortunately, they just fall right into the trap of the V Gaming. On the other hand, Anxiety, I thought I saw a tackle round was just passing through, like, trolling around at the outside of the building. And I was like, hello, there's Anxiety around the area, my friend. Are you not cautious enough? You could have been taken down. But on the other hand, it seems that we are seeing that attack around is actually engaging with another team. Moving to the side of Flash. A great start out for them, but now they will meet with Dewa. Can they actually fight out with the Indonesia team? All right, this is open. Oh, all right, gonna go in for the glue wall because this is actually open. This is gonna be a little bit too open for them to fight off. So let's see how they're gonna rotate around now. Bo going into the area of the ruins, and on the other hand, there's a shot coming in. The long range shots from Bloody as well as Shin. Can they get it done to the side of Dewa? Two players here. We can see that ball. No! He will be taken out first.
I mean, it was a risk he was taking by being so far out in the open, but then now Flash is going to be facing pressure from the flank that Dewa is trying to set up onto them. I felt there was a bit of a bait, actually, that when they saw that BO was trying to be aggressive against them. You already saw a couple of members of Dewa rapidly repositioning themselves closer to that safe zone and trying to surround Team Flash. And now the Flash is already down one member, now down two members here. This is looking very, very bad for Team Flash. Can they get themselves out of this quandary?
Oh my god, that's a great positioning. Dewa just cornering them out. We got Bams right here just going to do a backstab. Alright, he's gonna close in. One more player to go. Dewa. Rain spotted out one. He sprays. Can he get it done? Bloody is just left all alone. He jumps down to Bloody. He shots. He gets done. Time turner to both of them, but nope. No time turner is gonna control them. We got Team Flash shuts down by the one and only Dewa United.
Yo, I mean, again, they set that up quite early on. By getting that flank already in position, that meant that Flash, even though they started a fight, they cannot finish it without taking damage, and unfortunately get themselves eliminated. Arena, in the meantime, getting the revives back in after losing out that fight, which I believe was against Triple A, or maybe says Alfink. We'll have to see. As Heavy right now is going to be the next one on the menu here for Arena as they eat up the Tom XT, who just jumped into their midst.
Alright, Argus going on to the second floor. Porteonore gonna spot out one of player, just gonna control that second floor first. Now they're gonna position themselves, figuring out where is the positioning of Heavy. Now they wanna use that higher ground. That's gonna be advantage. Shuts down one player. On the other hand, spotted out another one. Gonna go jump into the area of Heavy. Can he get done? Come on,
No.
he couldn't. He couldn't. But we still have August. August gonna go in for the backstab. Can he get it done? But he doesn't see it. But we have one more
out.
player. We got Limit right here. He's gonna go in for the Heavy. Last more player to go. Shuts one, shuts two, but no, still not enough. Gonna go in for the rush. Argus coming along for the support. Two players going in for the side of Heavy. It's not gonna be easy, but yes, he gets it done, and that it is. We have Heavy shuts down by the one and only Arena.
And also around the Razor's Edge as well for them, because remember, they are already on one revive. I don't know if they could afford another, like a reset at this point, and it's a good thing they managed to eliminate Heavy right in that battle. Since Alfink, in the meantime, having control over the command post will allow them to have control over one of the revive points. We already see attack all around in the center of that next circle. They don't need to budge, but they need to watch out for Farang, who is right to the west side of them. A UAV is already up there, and that's probably going to give some information right now for some of these squads positioning. In the meantime, Span still trying to reach in from the western side. They were on the northwestern side. Anxiety already trying to put some pot shots onto attack all around, it looks like, as they're already receiving a bit of fire from all angles. We also see VGM across the river right there, providing some pressure as Vantan takes out a vehicle there, preventing any escape attempt from attack all around.
Okay, this is not so good. As you said already, they are actually been sandwiched at the moment right now, like a bacon between two breads. The breads of Farang as well as VGM is not tasty. I tell you, it's not tasty, my friend. Attack around, they have been doing well. That Booyah supposedly had to give a little bit of momentum for them. So if they shuts down straight away because of this sandwich, it's not looking so good. But on the other hand, I think attack around say that no more gonna play safe. Let's go in rush with the team of Farangs at the moment right now. And that's I like that. You don't want to hold on too long to a point that two teams just rush straight to you and you don't know what to do anymore. We have Karoro right here, the one most aggressive player. He gets a lot of the shots for himself to make sure that he can build up and carry the team. But on the other hand, as the one to actually control the area to spot out the Farang, they still haven't had the grabs of the location yet. So Karoro goes back, regroup back again, and try to figure out the rotation. How are they going to focus and move forward to fight with Farang?
In fact, I don't think they want to necessarily start a fight with Farang quite yet, though, because as far as it seems from the pattern that Attack All Around likes to do, they prefer to be gatekeepers as opposed to aggressors. But the thing is, Farang as well, they're playing very passive so far, so they're not really trying to, make the most out of this situation here. Speaking of making the most of things, Anxiety getting a good shot there against X-Roy, taking it out into the lobby.
Nicely done. Expand versus Anxiety at the moment right now. Too fast already, going to spot out the rest of the team from Anxiety. How are they going to respond to this, as knowing that they lost their teammates already? And on the other hand, they were sling themselves right here and say, hello, can we join the party too?
Well, maybe they might just also get the unnecessary attention coming in from Expand, but they do take out Kanoho in the meantime, so they know, at least Expand knows that they're not alone in this fight right now as they try to peel away. Too Fast trying to catch down the Gemball, who tries to run away with the motorcycle. Unfortunately, the motorcycle is up in flames now, forcing Too Fast now to try to put up a glue wall around himself as he brings up the heel, but then now he's completely trapped here. Now he's going to be hoping that Dewa is going to try to push in a little bit harder here to force Anxiety a bit of pressure, but Jeboewa, he is already locked in a sniper battle along with Shomai, and they're just a little bit tied up at the moment, while Dewa Virus is going to try to wrap around the outside to see if he can get a better position here in this fight against Anxiety and Expand, as other members of Dewa are starting to join in the fray.
Alright, this is not looking so good. Anxiety just holding on into that building, and and they were coming in to fight. Are they going to actually hold the ground properly, or are they going to just gonna throw the grenade, making sure that Anxiety gets as much pressure as possible? Now, Expand, on the other hand, they reposition themselves. When they already had a fight already with Anxiety, they struggle a little bit, so they need to back off just a little bit to make sure that they hide the right positioning. But on the other hand, Anxiety right here, we got to see Shomai just holding off for the positioning, just waiting for Dewa to come into their trap. But is it going to be easy for them, as they know for a fact there's 2 players on 1? If come in the 3 players squad fighting off into them, it could be a messy situation for the team of Anxiety. But holding on to that second floor, just making sure that they're not overstepping or even exposing themselves, waiting for Dewa to come to get them.
Yeah, but the thing is that there's still plenty of windows on the outside, so if like any other teams has a sniper, they probably would be able to use that to try to catch anyone inside. That's going to force Anxiety now to try to take the low ground, as they are getting sieged up now very heavily from Dewa. And Rain gets caught out the outside. This could be bad though, as Renz now sends a couple of troubles into the house now to try to keep the pressure going, but unfortunately Anxiety, they lose out one of the members now, and things are starting to fall apart rapidly for them, as Dewa now tries to hold the ground around the outside. They do lose Bams though. Virus and Renz now struggling to try to hold control over this fight. Renz using high ground to his advantage, putting a lot of damage on the show by taking him out completely. 8th place for Anxiety.
Nicely done. I like that the Dewa was really right at the positioning. They just scattered around each player, just making sure that they're not going in all against, like all on one, you know, because most of the time the tactics that are used by the players, usually they just go all at once and making sure that everybody stick together, and that's what happens to the side of Heavy, where they were fighting with VGM and they thought that they could actually hold the grounds as all at one, but it turns out they were taken out at that stage. But with 5 more teams to go, we are seeing that E-Arena got a full squad ahead for them, and at the circle right at the moment right now, they will be comfortable, but it seems that Says Alfine is going to join the party. Will they actually fight off as they join into the territory?
I don't know, because E-Arena already has 11 eliminations so far, so Says just might be adding to that tally by just trying to jump them. They do have the high ground in this fight though, but then E-Arena is already holed up inside the building. They can definitely set up good ambush points at this stage here, where it says Alfine going to have to burn a lot of these glue walls to provide cover, because there's not really a lot of cover on this rooftop at the moment. Now they do have a bonfire that's keeping them in this fight right now, but E-Arena, they still have good positioning at this point, so Ray's going to try to break out of this, see whether or not he can scan out for any members. E-Arena, he couldn't quite catch Shut Up just in time. Protete is already down though from behind. Ray is now trying to lure him Shut Up right around the staircase, but then Shut Up decides he's going to fall back to the rest of his team right now, seeing that Says Alpha is starting to get a leg up onto them.
Nicely done. I like that. They're going to corner out, just going to bait out some of the players from the team of EA. But on the other hand, right here, Shut Up spotted out. He does not go in. He doesn't actually call out yet. He's going to wait for the right time, as losing Protete is making them left with a few of the manpower to fight off. But that comeback's doing well for the side of Protete. He's just going to make sure that he can be able to actually fight it off. But on the other hand, spotted out that 2 players and know that that's not the positioning that you want to go in. Now, looking for the opening they needed from the side of Says Alfine is the most key point for the side of E-Arena.
Yeah, I mean, for E-Arena, it's really just about keeping Says Alfine from taking control over their side of the river. In the meantime, on the other side, Dewa is making a Farang sandwich together with attack all around, just kind of making it a 3-way battle on the other end of the bridge, on the other end of the river here. Jezebel still hold up inside. He does have a sniper rifle, still trying to find a way through. But a grenade from Bams is going to be able to take him down, so that's putting them in a bit of a quandary now, as Dewa now storms into the building to try to flush out the rest of Farang. Tuban and Jezebel are still inside there, still trying to hold their own, while attack all around attacks on the other side of the building. This is messy here for Farang, because they're getting sandwiched in the middle of this fight and they're losing too many men.
They're losing so much. On one side they are losing to the side of VGM, one side they're losing to the side of E-Arena. On the other hand, right here, we see that E-Arena still maintained to the side of Says Alfine. Farang on the other hand right here trying to maintain their positioning, just going on for the glue wall, but Dewa coming in for their heads. We only have Jazboo still surviving as a soul, but the wall is cracking.
Here's
and
Johnny.
There you are! Dewa shuts down Farang straight away.
Oh man, you can imagine the fear you will experience when you see the cracks coming up on the glue wall. Now Dewa is going to have to fight against attack all around because they are the only two on this side of the river here. Says Alpine are still holding on, and actually they beat out the arena. So now Triple A as well as Dewa fighting it out here to maintain supremacy on the western side of this river here. But it seems like who's going to be winning this fight though? It's being back and forth, but no, Dewa gets taken out by Keikoro with the sniper shots with the hands of God.
Attack all round versus Says Alpine Bara. Spotted out Debu. He shots to Debu. One shot, two shot. Getting it done. He goes in for the rush at the moment right now. But the wall is closing him in. But he wants to go in for the rush. A little bit more. He flanks to the right side, to the left side. He gets it down. Nicely done, Bara. Now on the other hand, right here, we still have Jump God coming in. Jump God still survived from the attack all round. But unfortunately, I think
they shot him out of the air. Attack all around wins the booyah.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I struggle to kind of see who exactly got that final kill there, but we saw
I was focusing on Jump God just coming in like, hello, I just came back.
Yeah, but I think it was the guys on the ground that actually got the job done there. But wow, says Alpine not only beating E-Arena in that fight,